Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb. We are back with Football Manager 2019 and Eastern Reserves with Berliner FC Dynamo, and we are rounding out the season with our final 3 games. And today we take on Mainz in an away game. Next time we'll finish season 8 with a double live come to end. We're against Leipzig and Bayern in our last 2 games. We're a very difficult end, but we're going to try and finish as strongly as we can. The second half of the season has been slightly disappointing, especially compared to the first half where we were doing really well. And yeah, things have taken a bit of a turn, but we're still doing very well. We're still in 7th place, and we could, if we beat Mainz today, we could get into the top 6 again, but I think we need to win by about 3, so it might be a bit hard, but if we win this game, we'll go level on points with Mainz to a 6th. Last episode, we lost 3-0 to Borussia Mönchengladbach. A poor performance. Mönchengladbach are doing well, though. They're in 2nd place, but again, it was a performance that just wasn't good enough. 5 shots, 1 on target. We barely created anything once again. Just like that, 4 key passes in the game, and that was it. So, yeah, things needed to improve. Since we last met, we have had a warm weather training camp in Portugal. We went on this tour and we did some extracurricular stuff. So we did a community outreach and we did a team bonding while we were out there. So I was hoping that would sort of bring morale up and hopefully get some good performances. Morale is pretty high. We're doing very well. You know, for a team that's expected to be in for a relegation battle, we have confirmed safety with 4 games to spare before the most recent game we played. So 3 games to spare. We're in 7th place. We're safe. So now it's just seeing about how high can we finish. And I mean, it would be remarkable to get into that top 6 and be in Europe next season. That would be incredible. But 5 matches to play off screen. Something very big happened as well, and I'll get to it when I get to that match. So the first match we played after losing to Mönchengladbach was against Hanover, and again, it was the same story. We just didn't create anything. We were probably worse than we were against Mönchengladbach, but just conceded the 1 goal, and it was Dimitris Nicolaou scoring the only goal on 18 minutes, so we almost managed to get a draw out of it, but conceded in the last 10 minutes, and it was the defender scoring it. We didn't deserve anything from it though. Again, it was another very poor performance. Up next, we drew 1-1 against Hamburg, a team that were down to 10 men just after the hour. So disappointing not to get anything more than a point. I mean, a draw is okay. We managed to at least get a point here, which I'll take. We went ahead though. Bernhard Strebel scored on 27 minutes to give us a 1-0 lead. Didn't take long for Hamburg to equalise though. Less than 10 minutes. And it was Ali Akman scoring. And a rare mistake by Ricardo Marchiori. We saw it with Hendel towards the end of his sort of good run, where he made like high profile errors, big errors. Happened to Marchiori here. He had the ball and just got caught, and Akman scored. We had an injury to Tim Demel on 42 minutes, who's only just returned from that injury, not in good fitness at all. So we haven't seen him for a few games. But could play in our last 2 games if we get that match fitness up. And yeah, they had their red card on 62 minutes. It was a Janisic who got sent off, the midfielder, and we couldn't take advantage. A draw's okay, away from home, I'll take it. We got another draw. This was against Ingolstadt, who are 2nd from bottom. They are really in a relegation fight, and managed to get a draw against them, another point, but I felt like we maybe could have won this one. We had, a chance that Kircher created. We led at half-time. It was a Shaben Kerr scoring the first goal on 41 minutes. I think he's only got a couple this season. He's only 18. He's a good player, but he's only 18. So I think it's going to take, maybe another full season for him to really hit the ground running and start putting in some good performances. He's good, but I'd like to see a bit more from him. So Kerr got the first goal on 41 minutes, and the equaliser came from Ingolstadt in the second half. Asan Nakuri, the central midfielder, scored on 64 minutes to save a point for them. It was a pretty close game. I think we just about edged it, but yeah, I think our point's fair. And then after this, we did win a match and, well, hit the music. This my shit. All the girls to be feet like this. Few times we ran that track, so it's not gonna happen like that, cause I ain't know how to back girl. I ain't know how to back girl. That's right, Benedict Hollerbach scored a goal. It's taken 2 seasons, but Benedict Hollerbach has finally scored for us. It's taken far too long, and he started in this game. We actually had a big change in system and went with one striker. We went with the lone striker in Tarnay, who didn't do well, but a 2-0 win away against Schalke. Schalke are just below us in the league, but this is a fantastic performance. And it's about time, because before this we'd won 3 matches in I think about 15 or 16 games. And this one was just, we were just a class above. I don't know what happened, but clearly this changing system has worked because it was incredible. So we went with Tana as the lone striker, Sabin Kerr further up on the left wing, and then Hollerbach on right midfield. And he scored. 67 minutes. Benedict Hollerbach gets his first goal for the club, and we led 1-0. And then 79th minute, we made it 2-0, and it was Stanley Lewis scoring the goal, which surprised me. Playing him as that defensive midfielder, because it's a role that he actually does really, really well. Never needed one, and I did sort of try it a couple of times, but he was very poor. But he got the second goal here. I was going to sell him, and he was in contract negotiations with the team. I can't remember who it was. He scored this, and I was just like, no, you're staying here, mate. I want to keep you now because you might actually turn out to be useful. But yeah, he was organised. There was a transfer to VfL Bochum, which I think was about £300,000, something like that. He's valued at 1.3 million. So yeah, he's staying where he is. So yeah, we just made Schalke look like mugs, and they were poor. They were very, very poor. I don't know if it's because we were so good, but Schalke just barely created anything. Fantastic for us. And then lastly, we drew against the champions Hertha, who are 13th. I don't know what's happened to them, but yeah, I think maybe European football in the Champions League has really hurt their league form because they're in the bottom half of the table and they're champions. But it was a 1-1 draw. Yeah, a fair result, an okay point, I guess. Hertha, if they're champions, drawing against the champions, not a bad thing at all. They led after just 13 minutes. Musa Sumihuro scored to give Hertha the 1-0 lead. We equalised about 20 minutes later, 33 minutes, and there was a Shaban Kerr scoring again. 3 goals of the season, I think, for him now. And yeah, a draw. Other than that, not a lot happened in this game. It was fairly quiet after that equalising goal. There's not a lot created really, but another good point. I'll take it. So yeah, like I said, the second half of the season hasn't been particularly good. We've only won 3 games since the winter break. So yeah, it's not fantastic, but we're still looking very, very good. We're in 7th place. So against Mainz, we faced them 4 times so far this series, and they've all been draws. Neither team has actually won this fixture yet, so this would be a big one if we can win this as well. We can get a bit of bragging rights over them. So this is the system that we played last time round, that we drew against Hertha. Deep line forward I'm going with because I think advanced forwards and poachers, they just get left up there and there's just no support for them. They just get isolated. We could go for a pressing forward, but we don't really have anyone that's good enough for that. So Fuchs is playing as the deep line forward. Tarnat has not been a good signing. He's only 18, sorry. And again, looks good, but he's only 18. He's going to need some time. He's only a January signing, so he's going to need a full season as well. Sergio, unfortunately, we're probably not going to see again this season because he's out for a good few weeks. He's got a hernia. He's out for 2 to 3 weeks. So I think we will have seen the last of Sergio, and it's unlikely I'll learn him again next season from Leverkusen because this season he just hasn't been as good. He's only got 5 goals in the season. He got 15 last season. So, yeah, he hasn't been as good this season. I think we're going to leave him be for season 9 and let him stay at Bayer unless he goes somewhere else. But I think we'll try and find a different option up front. I think we're going to need a couple of strikers in the next transfer window just to try and sort of refresh up front because Brasnic is leaving at the end of the season. We're not going to have Sergio. We'll have Andreev, Fuchs and Tarna. I think we need one more. That is the only injury we have. Like I said, Demel is close to a return, just needs a bit of match fitness. I'm going to go Prestoffer and Chetin in central midfield today. The defence is doing well at the moment. Vitija has been actually very, very good. He played really well against Schalke and has been a solid sort of signing. His attributes are okay. There's some good, there's some sort of not so good. He's got 2.5 star current ability as the Swiss right back. And I think because Sakai and Kircher haven't been as good, I think Vitija is going to stay in for now, definitely. And Cooper as well had a good performance as well, so I like to see that. We'll leave Stanilovic in there. I'll leave Prestoffer in there. I think this is fine. We just needed another player on the bench. And that's going to be Andreev's going to replace Sergio. In fact, do we start Andreev? He's training well, I seem to remember. So we're going to start Andreev instead of Fuchs because Fuchs, I think, may have scored 1 goal this season. He hasn't scored much. We've not had a lot of goals from strikers. Andreev's our top scorer with 9. No one's even in double figures yet, and he hasn't scored for quite a while. So against Mainz today, who have a 4-4-2. Renato Sanchez still playing for them in central midfield. Oz Tunali as well. I recognise that name. Not sure where from. But yeah, lots of regens. That's expected at 8 seasons into a safe. And off we go. No idea how this is going to go. We've improved in the past 2 or 3 games. We haven't lost in 4. So that's at least good. Only one of them's been a win. But we'll see what happens here. Well, 20 minutes. We've yet to actually have a shot yet. So yeah, nothing's really happened so far. We haven't seen any highlights. But Mines have had 6 shots to our 0s. And we've just had our first shot. Possession's about equal. We are starting to get a bit more of the ball now. But let's just see if we can get something before half time. Are we going to have no highlights in this first half? Are you serious? One of the most uneventful 45 minutes of football you're going to see. Hollerbach hasn't created any crosses. We've had 2 shots at goal. But it's 0-0. A draw's good. I'm not happy, but I'm not unhappy. I'm going to go for the fans team talk. They're listening keenly, or some of them are anyway. But let's see if we can sort of create some chances in the second half. What could we change? Let's push Hollerbach a bit further up. We'll go for a very normal sort of... It's basically a 4-3-3, but with 3 central midfielders. We could go advanced forward, actually. It's his best role. Let's try it. They do tend to get a little bit isolated up top, though, if I go for advanced forwards and poachers. Let's distribute to the flanks as well. Just try and get a bit of wing play in there. Even though we've got focus down the middle, we should maybe put it to a playmaker, and that will give it to... is it Dugru or Chetin we're playing? I can't remember. Chetin. Dugru is on the bench. Hollerbach's on the 6.3 now, so he's out his 1 goal, and that's it. He's shut up shop again. We're going to take him off. He's got his 1 goal, and he's happy now. I'm not. I want to see some more from him. There hasn't been a highlight yet. We're at 68 minutes, and nothing has happened in this game. This is the most boring game I've ever played. And there's a throw in here for Mines. It's Francisco. Finally seen some football here, and also Sanchez with the ball on the edge of the box. Smashes the crossbar, and it's cleared. And that's the 1 highlight we've seen so far. Free kick for Arvidsson. And it's saved by... Oh, come on, really? Markuri makes the save. It hit a post. And it's just gone in off Markuri for an own goal. That's unfortunate. Are we going to lose because of that? Seriously? Let's see this again. Arvidsson with a free kick. It saved by Markuri. And then Sanchez hit the far post. And then it bounced off Markuri. It's unfortunate. But we don't deserve anything. Look, again, 2 shots, 0 on target. What is going on? Let's try and be a bit more direct maybe. And we'll try that wing play. Stanley Lewis to Kerr. Could be a chance here though. Sabin Kerr bringing it forward. Finds Andreev. He's hit the post. That was a big chance. Let's stick another striker up there. We'll take off Presthofer. And let's bring on Tarnat. Yeah, we'll go deep line forward. Andreev with a free kick here. 81 minutes. And it's just over. We're at least having shots now, but we still haven't had a shot on target. Arvidsson with another free kick. And it's Sanchez. It's hit the... Oh, it's been saved again. And now Thomas. Arvidsson. Come on, clear it. Thank you. And now, this could be a big break here. Tarnat. He's been forced out wide. Goes for a cross. Andreev's got it. There's a player in the box. Can he pick someone out? No. But Shaban Kerr. There's still 5 minutes left here. Cooper. Kerr. Come on, go for a big cross. That's okay, but Filegin gets there. Stanley Lewis to Chetin. Strubble. This would be a big point here. Got to make sure this goes in there if we're going to go for a shot, because so far we haven't been able to get a shot away because they're just so compact. Vitija's forward now. That's a good ball. Andreev. Oh, I couldn't get to it. But still not over. Cooper. This is a long highlight, and it's Strubble with a header, and I thought it was going to be a penalty or something then, but no. Andreev's going to come off. Fuchs is going to come on. Let's just go route 1. 1 minute and 4 minutes injury time, but we're not going to see a late goal here. We had plenty of those earlier in the series. We'll just run out of luck now, I think, and it's a 1-0 defeat. We're back to losing again, and it was because of an own goal as well, but we had 0 shots on target again. I don't know what's wrong with this team. The ratings actually, I don't think were that bad. Apart from Hollerbach, we've got 6-3. We played okay, but just couldn't get a shot away. We just couldn't shoot. I'm going to say unlucky, because that's what it was. But 0 shots on target, we need to be better than this. And our last 2 games, Leipzig and Bayern, we're not going to get anything from that. I'll be straight with you. 12 matches for Fuchs without a goal. Like, my strikers have turned to shit. Honestly, my strikers can't score goals anymore. Because all our goals are coming from midfield. Tarnat in February. And yeah, almost 3 months. So we haven't had a striker score for us since February. They're called strikers. So why is that? Why are we just not having nearly as many shots as we should be? I don't know. Are we meant to be going direct? Is it crossing? I don't know. But there's only 2 games left, so we'll just see if we can get something from that, and then we'll have a look next season at what we need to change, because clearly whatever I'm doing at the moment, we're not scoring nearly enough goals, so it needs to change. We've dropped down to 8th after that as well. We've been leapfrogged by 1860, which is unfortunate. And with 2 games left, there is an outside chance of us breaking into that top 6, but I don't think it's going to happen. So we can at least repeat our finish from last season. We can't drop in place, but yeah, as long as we stay in the top half, our top half finish should be fine. But it's still very, very close in this sort of middle of the pack. Still very, very tight, so who knows. But our last 2 games, 3rd against 1st. Are we going to get anything from either of those? I don't know, but we'll play those next time and see what happens. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they're turned up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live. Follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. I will see you next time for the last 2 games of Season 8. Next week there may be a break from YouTube because I might be doing, I do these like once or twice a year. I might be doing like a week of streaming on Twitch. My Twitch is down in the description below, but I'm going to assess a few things out this week, and if all goes to plan, then you might get a week of streaming instead of this. And it won't be this as well, it'll be a completely different save. No idea what save it's going to be, I haven't made that choice yet. But yeah, just keep an eye out on my Twitch page and give it a follow, and you'll be told when I go live or if I go live. But yeah, I'm going to run a few tests over the next few days, and if all goes well, then you may see some streams next week. But as for YouTube, it will be back after that, of course, and we're going to finish out Season 8 in Sunday's video, play our last 2 games, and see where we finish. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.